Okay. Hello everyone. This is structure of typical long bone. As we have seen last time, this is long bone. This is epiphysis, metaphysis, diaphysis. This is yellow bone marrow. This is nutrient arteries. This is articular cartilage. This is compact bone. This is sponge bone. This is epiphyseal plate. This is sponge bone. This is compact bone. So this area between the peristem and the bone is known as perforating fibers or sharp edge fibers. This is nutrient arteries which penetrate the bone. Now we are starting about the tissue is known as bone tissue or osseous tissue. Bone tissue consists of widely separated cells surrounded by a large amount of extracellular matrix. Since bone is connective tissue, it contains less cells and more numerous extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix contains ground substance and fibers. Bone has both organic and inorganic components. Chemical composition. Healthy bone is half as strong as steel in resisting compression and equally strong in resisting tension. Bone is composed of the following: 35% of the bone is organic component. Organic means cells, fibers, and ground substance. The organic substance, particularly collagen, contributes the flexibility and tensile strength that allow bone resist stretching and twisting. Whereas about 65% of the bone are inorganic components. These are minerals, mostly calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate, like calcium and phosphorus. These inorganic components provide bone hardness, which is to be the bone to be hard. So bone is not completely solid, since it has small spaces for vessels and bone marrow. We cannot say bone is completely solid. Sponge bone has many such spaces as compared to the compact bone. Compact bone has very few such spaces. So based on gross observation of bone has two different structures. Macroscopically, we can divide into two: compact bone and sponge bone. So compact bone is dense outer layer that looks smooth and solid to the naked eye. Outer layer provides strength, makes up the shaft of the long bones and the external layers of all bones. And compact bone resists stresses produced by weight and movement. Whereas sponge bone or cancellous bone consists of trabeculae containing narrow marrow for blood cell production or fat storage. Honeycomb of small needle-like trabeculae means. Sponge bone forms most of the structure of short, flat, irregular bones and the epiphysis of long bones. Sponge bone tissue is light and supports and protects bone marrow. So microscopically, as well as bone is divided into two: compact bone and sponge bone. So this is bones. So this is a compact bone. This is sponge bone. This is bones. This is blood vessels. So this is macroscopically, this is compact and this is sponge bone, but microscopically this is. So this is cells. This is osteocyte. This is known as osteon. This is sponge bone. This is compact bone. Bone cells. Bone tissue contains 4 types of cells. The one is osteogenic cells or stem cell or osteoprogenitors. The second is osteoblasts. The third is osteocytes. The fourth is osteoclasts. Osteoclasts known as mixed matrix dissolving cells. Osteocytes is mature bone cells. Osteoblasts mature bone producing cells, and osteogenic cells are stem cells or osteoprogenitors. So osteogenic cells are undifferentiated cells. They are found in the bone tissues in contact with endostem and perostem in the inner layer and outer layer. can divide to replace themselves and can become